All right, everyone. Greetings. You don't want paper? This looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Trey Murphy out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5, down low. And the Spurs with possession here, following the score by New Orleans. Here's Castle, defended by Murray. Tipped. And they're pushing it up. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Murray's got his second basket.
It's the fluid shot mechanics of Murray on full display that I love here with these pull-up jumpers. That's a nice shot.
Here's Wembanyama. Pelicans cleared away.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Williamson outside. He takes it in, and he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
And Williamson explodes towards the rim when he sees a lane. And trust me, he is fearless.
Outside for Wembanyama. Three-pointer. Jones grabs the board. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
Now here's Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Back to Wembanyama. The 3. And Wembanyama missing. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. He said when Zion is healthy and right, you can't really stop him, but you can try to contain him. Stop his dribble drive, force him to hit shots over the top of you. Sounds like they're going to try to make him a jump shooter tonight.
Okay, thank you, Allie. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And here are the Pelicans now. And here's Murray, picked by Williamson. And he lobs it up. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for 3.
It's Fox with a drive. Outside Wembanyama. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Jones, his shot is good.
He's gotten so good at finding the open man. Murray does it again.
Spurs trail by 8. Outside for Wembanyama. Takes the 3. Drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Jones.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Williamson. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Williamson's got 5 points.
That's how you up the ante. come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
New Orleans leading by 8. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Now here's Fox. Hasn't got one to fall yet.
Look at Fox get up. Okay, I see you flexing on him.
There's a minute 17 left in the first. Here's Williamson. Oh, blows the flashy windmill jam. Pass to Fox. Outside Barnes. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Jones against Vassell. Outside Wembanyama. Clock at 4. Kicks it out to Barnes. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Here's Murray. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Spurs trail by 8. And he drives in.
Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. An easy 2 on the layup. He's got 11.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Here's Castle. That one is off. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. New Orleans shooting their first free throw this game. Here's Williamson. Okay, knockout.
Man.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the center position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently, they have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
So much power from Williamson.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always. And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
And he makes all 3. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7 foot 4 inches, skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Spurs trail by 8. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
Pass to Misi. The floater. Yes. And it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Outside Wembanyama. Now here's Vassell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Castle. And San Antonio again with a bucket.
Always ready to fire. Castle wasting no time.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks. Here's Murray. They grab their own miss. Here's Williamson. Ooh, Zion! Are you kidding me?
And few sights are more impressive than Zion taking flight and absolutely annihilating the rim.
Pass to Vassell.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Over to the wing. Wembanyama down low. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
From downtown, ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Barnes with a screen on Jones. Here's Vassell, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He wasn't going to settle on that play. Vassell with the assertive take to the bucket.
Pass to Misi, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Pelicans ball.
Here he goes. Here's Misi. Williamson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Murray against Fox. Murray, no good.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Vassell passes to Barnes. No good. That would have tied it.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize. How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Outside for Wembanyama. Off target from 3-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Can't get it to drop. Spurs trail by 5. Back come the Spurs in transition. Castle for 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Pelicans on the break. Murray finds Williamson. They kick it out to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Always in attack mode. We see him do this night after.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So for the Pelicans right now, they've got Kelly Olynyk, also Bruce Brown out there, and it's McCollum at the point guard position. Pure from 3-point range. Ball's got his first 3 points of the game. Looking at lineups around the league, Graham. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
Hawkins is checked in for Boston. Paul against McCollum. Paul passes to Bassie. The kick out to Johnson. There's the triple. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. The pull-up. Count the basket. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's Bassie. No points so far. Pass to Paul. And it's good for 2.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
McCollum way outside. Bassie pulls it in. The Spurs have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Kelishvili passes to Sohan. Here's the pick. On the take. And a two-handed jam.
So assertive on the take. Sohan is relentless when he sees a lane open up.
Down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
CJ McCollum.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for San Antonio. 6-point game. Out to the right wing. Puts up a 3. It doesn't go for him. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting incredibly well. 63% and really making their shots count. Here's McCollum. And it's good. 2 points. And now an 8-point Pelican lead.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
Paul passes to Kelishvili. 3-pointer, no good. The Pelicans have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie. 1:44 left in the third. Sohan, left side. Shoots over Brown. San Antonio again can't hit.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Spurs trail by 11. Sohan, right side. Outside Paul. Back to Sohan. To win the run. This one for 3. And Chris Paul with the 3. Paul's got 8 points here in the quarter.
You can't let Paul get room to shoot from downtown. That's a recipe for disaster.
McCollum, pass to Olynyk. And it's Brown off the drive. And the shot goes in. Brown's got his first 2 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Paul finds Johnson. Back to Sohan. From deep. Rebounded by New Orleans.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management in these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
Let's go with a 3. No good on the shot. Oh,
At the buzzer! Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't.
And so it's New Orleans up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, coming from an unlikely position, is the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5. Beyond the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
That one on Murphy.
Team foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
Pass to Misi. Here's the 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Fox, defended by Murray. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. And here's Fox. Lets the 3 fly. 4-3. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
Showing that quickness that time. Fox getting rid of it in a hurry.
Williamson with a screen on Fox. Murray passes to Jones. It's stolen by Barnes. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And Zion living up to his full potential tonight. He can be a terrifying matchup when he's playing with energy.
Wembanyama, pass to Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. It's Barnes on the wing. 4 on the clock. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Murray for 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Here's Castle. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Fox with the ball. Fox on the run. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Fox has got 5 points in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Murray, no good. On offense, here's San Antonio. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Barnes. Wembanyama, pass to Barnes. Here's Castle. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
Murray deciding where to go with it. They set the screen. Fires for 3. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Credit to him for trying to get that three right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
And it's Fox missing.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Outside Murray. 59 seconds left in the fourth. Releases. Murray can't get that one to fall.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Trey Murphy, second personal foul. 14 foul.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 5.
For your Spurs, Devin Vassell.
And so Vassell nails both of them.
He showed a lot of composure that trip to the line. Now it's almost a one-possession game.
On the wing, Jones. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Assisted.
And the Pelicans lead by 6.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Fox against Murray. Kicks it out to Barnes. 5 to shoot. Here's Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Outside Murray. Puts up a deep 3. That one no good. And so it's New Orleans winning this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this...
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson.
feeling it. We're in for a treat tonight. Getting to see some of the best young talent in this NBA.
No doubt, Kevin, the superstar potential on the court is here tonight, and it is immense. We got players destined to become some of the league's biggest names in the next couple of seasons. I'm pumped.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Avdia out there with Grant. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 2. And Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
And it's Fox with the ball for San Antonio. 4-point game. Barnes outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Clock is at 3. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
And here's Barnes for 3. Oh, he misses the dunk. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here we go. Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Fox against Sharpe. Here he goes. And then Sharpe with the dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And Fox gets it to go.
The closer that Fox gets inside, the more effective he could say. I guess you could say he's good in the Fox hole.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Stolen by Grant. Sharpe with it. Now guarded by Fox.
2 minutes remaining.
Sharpe against Fox. Driving in. Oh,
Goodness. Out of this world. Sharpe is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
back to Fox. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trailblazers excel?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses. Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Down low, here's Ayton. The shot missing. Good defense by Wembanyama. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Castle. Off target from outside. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. And there's the call on DeAndre. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
34 seconds left in the first. Pass to Wembanyama. 4 on the clock. Rebounded by Kamare. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
And that one's good. Barnes.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
DeAndre, he has been the guy making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Love the passing that they've displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Vassell kicks to Barnes. Vassell sends a screen for Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeremy Grant picks one up.
Harrison Barnes continues to be a consummate professional. Goes out and competes every night. Gives you everything he's got.
And he can't hit the second. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Vassell outside. Wembanyama looking it over. Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Vassell against Avdia. Vassell, no good. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Kamare. Sharp poked away. Oh, that's offensive interference. Here's Fox. He's got 6. We know, Brad, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. And Shaedon Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game, and then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Wembanyama, that's for 2. The offensive rebound. Vassell outside. There's the 3. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Fox against Sharp. The 19-foot shot. Here's Ayton. Grant outside. Ayton a screen on Vassell. Grant, that's good. Here's Fox. Wembanyama outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Avdia against Barnes. Avdia, the pass to Ayton. Tries to keep it alive. Pass to Kamare. 6 to shoot. Ayton a screen. Kamare misses. Spurs trail by 5. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Ayton in the high post. Kamara hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Kamari's got his first 2 points. And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. That one goes in.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Sharp against Fox. And it's Sharp missing. The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Wembanyama, no good. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Ayton sets the pick for Sharp. A three-pointer, no good. Fast break, here they come. Here's Fox. Count it. Fox has got 6 in the quarter. Just 4 seconds left now here in the second. Grant for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling good. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Williams. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Klingon. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Henderson in at the shooting guard position. Klingon's shot is off. Spurs trail by 8. Pass to Branham. It's hauled in by Thibault. And the Trailblazers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Exploding off the floor. Henderson finishes it off midair.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
And again, Portland running the court in transition. Thibault can't get it to go.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups. That's pretty much not how they want to bend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. Confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Wide open look here for Klingon. And the 3 ball is good. Klingon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ball looking over the floor. A 3 ball. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Deceptive speed from Paul there. You never know what he's going to do.
Simons against Paul. Henderson with a screen on Paul. Simon's on the wing. To the middle. Here's Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Branham, the pass to Paul. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And Chris Paul loves the mid-range looks. Such an important part of his game.
Here's Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. Clingan with the steal. Henderson left side. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Jacks up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Henderson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Paul can't get it to go. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Trailblazers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. A nice shot by Clingan.
Assisted by
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Paul outside. To stop the run. Hamu Kalashvili passes to Johnson. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Free throw good, Simons.
After what we saw from Simons last year and the way he broke out offensively, just becoming one of those guys that plays with force when he has the ball.
32 seconds left in the third. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Williams kicks to Thibault. Five to shoot. Down low. Here's Clingan. Here's Williams. With the second effort. A kick out to Simons. Thibault up top. From outside the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 15 going into the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. That's the San Antonio Fox.
De'Aaron Fox having one of those nights where he's feeling it.
Trailblazers leading by 15. Simons surveying the D. Inside, Williams. Pass to Thibault. For the 3. Hands it from downtown.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Count that one.
That's a pretty shot from Fox. De'Aaron just so quick.
The Trailblazers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Simons. Simons has got his 5th assist in this one. Spurs trail by 18. A pass to Fox. Barnes outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Thibault. And stolen by Barnes. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. The kick out to Barnes. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Back to Barnes. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Banked in off the glass.
Barnes can be hard to contain sometimes around the rim. He can create just enough space to be effective.
Simons against Fox. Swinging the screen for Simons. Driving the lane. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Vassell outside. Good on the triple.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
Here's Simon, and he hammers that one down right in the face of De'Aaron Fox.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did, up high and down hard on the windmill flush. Now, here's Thibault, guarded by Fox. Lets it fly. Thibault can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Fox dishes to Barnes. Back to Fox. Here's Vassell. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 8 points for Devin Vassell.
Great setup there by their setup man and De'Aaron Fox.
That's a 2 from Simons. Kept alive. Here's Klingon. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Klingon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeAndre Ayton.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Good on the three-point shot. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Klingon. The tray. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. It's good. Victor Wembanyama. And here's Portland. And stolen by Wembanyama. Fox with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. Wembanyama. That cuts the lead to single digits. Here's Williams, and finished off by Williams.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty...
For a much. The afternoon. Here's the starting group for Portland. They've got DeAndre Ayton, Jeremy Grant out there with Denny Avdia in their sharp, and it's Kamari in a two-guard. And for the Pelicans, Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Misi in at the 5. Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights.
Here's Kamari. Counted from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
And there goes Murray, a serious leaper.
Here's Portland now. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And stolen by Williamson. Drives to the hoop. And he cranks it down right on top of DeAndre Ayton.
And few sights are more impressive than Zion taking flight and absolutely annihilating the rim.
Murray against Sharp, and stolen by Williamson. They push it up 4 on 3. Murray against Grant from deep. And DeJounte Murray good for 3. Murray's got 5.
Over the years, Murray has continued to embrace a bigger role on offense. He's got so much confidence right now.
Murray against Sharp. Ayton, a screen on Murray. Sharp passes to Ayton. Back to Sharp. Can they get it? Just 5 on the clock. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right.
Picked by Williamson. Pass to Jones. The 3. Sharp grabs the miss. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 3 so far. And Grant gets it to go.
The inside defense gets right up on Grant, but he stays cool and finds a way through to his finish.
Now here's Murray. Tight defense on him. Jones from outside. And no good. Blazers trail by 4. To the inside. Oh, they pick off the pass. To the left wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Let's go with a 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for New Orleans.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
And here are the Pelicans now. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Murray from 8 feet. Pass to Misi. Back to Murray. Lets it go from deep. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
And Murray, lethal off the dribble, but can do it off the catch as well.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to visit with Willie Green.
How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. You need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Kamari. It's hauled in by New Orleans. 52 seconds left in the first. And here's Murray. 10 points for him. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Avdia against Jones. Goes up from the top of the key. Buries the jump shot. Avdia's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Right side Jones. And the layup is good off the glass.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Avdia, good.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Good on the shot.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans earning this break in the action, up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you think, guys?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Trey Murphy out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Misi in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Murray. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And Murray is a taller guard, meaning he's capable of doing some damage on the inside.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
They keep calling his number. Murray is still hot.
Sharp with it. Yet to see a basket. With the drive. Pass to Kamari. Boom! He jams it straight down.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Jones misses.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
Williamson with it. Avdia picks him up. The 3 is up. Fires in the triple. He has 6.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
3-pointer Sharp. The putback. Misi grabs the board. New Orleans leading by 13. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense. Pass
to Sharp. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Murray deciding where to go with it. With some arc, and he comes up with a bucket. Murray's got 18 points in the game.
Skillful make by Murray. That's a challenging shot he likes taking.
Murray against Sharp. Pass to Kamari. Now Sharp. Shot clock at 6. Ayton, a screen on Murray. Three-pointer Sharp. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Coach, you spent a lot of time in New Orleans. Coach form, as a matter of fact. It's a fun stop in the NBA. There's some amazing food in the Big Easy.
Yeah, Brian, I love the city of New Orleans, but when I coached there, it was in the pandemic. All the restaurants were closed, all the entertainment was closed. We couldn't enjoy the jazz or the food.
1:11 left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Murray. For 3. Avdia pulls it in. Blazers trail by 12. It's Sharp on the wing. Defended by Murray. Sharp. That one's good. Give him 8 points now.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answer that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Well, Coach, Zion is always must-see TV when he plays. It's his availability that is questioned.
Yeah, it is, Brian, but he's been healthier. And when he plays, there's nobody like him in the NBA with that size, skill, and force.
Murray. Portland with a rebound.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Grant against Murray. Grant right side. Launches a 3. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 5 rebounds tonight. And this will be his second trip to the free throw line.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And he drops the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Sharp. He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's DeJounte Murray making things happen for the Pelicans. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Matisse Thybulle out there with Klingon. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Williams. And it's Henderson. And at the 2.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Pass to Thybulle. Ball stolen. Here's Hawkins. McCollum outside. Puts up a 3. Great D that time from Simons.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And there it is for him.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Simons against McCollum. Uses the glass on the layup.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Pass to Klingon, and here's Simons. No good on the three. 90 seconds into the second half now. And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Ryan, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
And here's Simons outside. Gets the three to fall. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
A nice shot by Hawkins. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And, man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Here's McCollum. And here's Brown for three. Knocks it down from distance.
You know, at the offensive end, McCollum does a little of everything for you. I mean, that was a great pass.
Simons finds Henderson. Out to Simons. Back to Henderson. Pass to Simons. Here's Klingon. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. McCollum against Simons.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Simons. 6 to shoot. McCollum's shot is off. Blazers trail by 9. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
1:22 left in the third. Banked it in off the glass. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
Simons passes to Thibault. Here's Klingon. Pass to Henderson. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
So Bruce Brown is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Pass to Klingon. The three ball. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to McCollum. And Klingon pulls it down.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pass to Henderson. There's the three. And he can't get that one. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, getting lots of great looks, shooting.
Let's go.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. New Orleans leading by 9. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Misi in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Pelicans 5. Outside Murray. 5 on the clock. Shot from the low post is good. Murray's got 22 points. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Well, Stan, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always fought like a head coach.
You can tell Zion values sharing the ball. He knows he can't win it alone out there.
And that one's good. Sharp.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Now here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
The 3 from Ayton. It's hauled in by New Orleans. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Misi. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Sharp passes to Avdia. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. New Orleans leading by 12. Now Murray. And there's the lob. Outside Sharp. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Outside Jones. Outside Murray. Lets a floater go. And Ayton pulls it down. Blazers trail by 10. Pass to Avdia. Into the lane. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
6 on the shot clock. Outside Murray. From the wing. Portland grabs the miss.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Outside Murray. Puts the move on. Driving to the basket. Right wing. From behind the arc. The offensive rebound. Grant with a steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
Known for being a terrific defender, the coaching staff loves Grant hustling and going after steals.
To stop the drought. There's 45 seconds left in the 4th quarter. pulls it down. Now Portland with it. They trail by 6. Three-pointer Sharp. The shot off that time. The drive by Murray. Williamson against Aiden. Murray for 3. And again, New Orleans no good. Timeout called. Portland. They trail by 6. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Avdia passes to Sharp. And so the Pelicans take the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
It's great to... be with you in a... Monday after camp. The starting group. For the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Pelicans, Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. Trey Murphy is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. When it comes to teams that like pushing the break, Richard, look no further than these two teams in front of us.
I'm expecting a fun one here tonight, Kevin. Definitely not for the faint of heart. These teams love to get out and run.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
For 3, Murray. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Murray works extremely hard on his game and has put in a lot of time trying to become one of the more consistent players from long range.
Fox goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Here's Messi. 6 on the shot clock. Jones from outside. A rebound by the Spurs. Right side, Fox. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Vassell outside. The drive by Wembanyama. Messi grabs the rebound. New Orleans gone, just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. From the arc, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Fox. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Pass to Jones. Back to Murray. Williamson is screen on Fox. Murray kicks to Jones. It's Williamson, top of the key. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And this team encourages Zion to be assertive inside. They know how skilled and overpowering he can be.
Now, here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And here is Fox. After DeJounte Murray was able to get the triple. A 3 from Wembanyama. Out to the right wing. Misses the 3. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 12-4 run. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
You know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Pass to Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. Pelicans with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
It's blocked, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Pelicans shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, the Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Final.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Here's New Orleans. They're on an 18-6 run. That's to Williamson. Stripped it away. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Here's Vassell. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Vassell's got 5 now. And it's Murray penetrating. Gets it off. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for New Orleans. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Misi in at the 5, down low. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Fox against Murray. Pass to Castle. Vassell outside. And the layup's good off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Boy, Vassell has a smooth offensive game. This man just makes it look easy.
Murray down low. Guarded by Fox.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
No one near Williamson as he lets it go. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Well, when Zion is hitting jumpers, it's almost unfair.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Castle. Outside for Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Castle. The three-pointer off the mark. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop. Jones against Vassell. Jones drives in, and Jones slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Picked off in midair. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Misi. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Fox passes to Barnes. The three. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round, GA, of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
A three from Wembanyama. Buries it from three-point range. Wembanyama has got himself on the board with 3 there. Fox against Murray. 1:51 left here in the second. And he goes in for the dunk.
He's gotten so good at finding the open man. Murray does it again.
Spurs trail by 12. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. It's deflected. They retain possession. Clock at 4. Yes, to Castle. And Jones pulls it down. New Orleans leading by 12. Murray outside. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Such a crafty finisher. Murray is good at sizing up defenses and then just crushing them with that floater.
Wembanyama outside and stolen by Murray. It's Jones on the way. Back to Murray. 40 seconds left in the first half. And that one, good. Murray's got 9 points in the quarter.
I love what we're seeing out of Murray tonight. He knows he's got the hot hand calling his own number.
Pass to Castle. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's the Pelicans' ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Pelicans lead by 18. And now let's get thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. DeJounte Murray has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5. And there's the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Paul with the bucket. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Here's Murray. Here's Williamson. Rebound, San Antonio.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Ball outside. Over Murray. Call can't get that one to fall. Pelicans leading by 17. They set the pick. And Murray. Here we go. Here's Misi. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his third assist on the night. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Spurs trail by 19. Ball passes to Sohan. Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop. New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. Of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
McCollum has a nice feel for catch-and-shoot jumpers. That's a shot they want to create for him as much as possible.
The shot's good from Paul.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. McCollum, he's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for your Pelicans.
And the technical free throw is good. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Paul can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 23. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to McCollum. 3-pointer. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. The Spurs have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
They get it back. Kicks it out to McCollum. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Pelicans 5.
I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan. He can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade, who's even played point guard at times. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
And Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for New Orleans?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Here's Sohan. Off target at the rim. New Orleans leading by 18. Back to McCollum. For 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Mamukelashvili has got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson wide open. He fires. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Hawkins kicks to Brown. The long distance three is buried. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Pass to Sohan. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Olynyk. No good on the last second attempt there. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Kelly Olynyk. Bruce Brown is out there with McCollum. Then there's Hawkins. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And it's Paul missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Brown outside. And another three for New Orleans.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Sohan. And they pick up two.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
To end the run, and the layup is up and in.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
McCollum against Paul. McCollum left side. Pass to Olynyk. There's the triple. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Both teams deciding to change it up, and he sinks the second. And he makes all three. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans.
Number 1.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. No good on the quick three. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Fox against Murray. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio with the rebound. Poke loose. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Outside for Wembanyama. It's Vassell on the wing. Off target with his three. New Orleans has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Kicks it out to Williamson. Driving inside.
Already one of the most powerful dunk artists in the history of this game, Mount Zion.
2 minutes.
Fox against Murray. Here's Vassell. Traps in the tray.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
A three from Wembanyama. And Jones pulls it down.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Williamson. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeJounte Murray.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in, and if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Williamson. He takes it in, and the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, what a great game plan from them tonight. They keep getting it to Zion, and Williamson keeps delivering.
Murray for 3. They get it again. Williamson on the follow.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Jones against Vassell. Up and in on the layup.
Man, when Vassell hit his stride tonight, he just kept going. This man is relentless.
Williamson with a screen for Murray. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Launches it. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 16 seconds left in the game. Pass to Misi. Over Wembanyama. Jones for 3. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. They've won this game going away. Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony.
welcome everybody. Now the starting group for San Antonio. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Sharp, Denny Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the 2. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
Hits a three-pointer.
Defense better recognize that Harrison Barnes more than capable from there.
Avdia against Barnes. Ayton with a screen. Avdia from outside, and the three-pointer goes.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Fox. Outside Barnes. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Wembanyama with it. Avdia picks him up. 4-3. Barnes, no good. Outside Sharp. Here's Ayton. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Fox, the pass to Barnes. Wembanyama, screen on Grant. Here's Barnes. Portland grabs the miss. Inside, Ayton. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
The big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Allie, what do you have to say?
We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and Coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him, B.A.
Thank you for that, Allie. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes making that dunk look really easy.
Fox against Sharp. Pass to Grant. And there's the drive. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Vassell against Grant. From deep, Wembanyama. Sharp grabs the miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon. And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Spurs trail by 5. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
He's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And Ayton just up over the top of his size to throw that one down.
Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Avdia, good.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Fox. Barnes the screen. It's Barnes on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. Portland leading by 7. Three-pointer Sharp. Barnes with the rebound. The Spurs have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Castle misses. The The Trailblazers have gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. And Grant gets it to go.
And Grant using his greatest strength on the drive, the athleticism. That's hard to match up against.
Wembanyama double team. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Fox. Portland with a rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Back to Avdia. And the powerful one-handed slam.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And so it's Portland. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Boy, the Trailblazers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Vinny Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Shaden Sharp. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Fox surveying the D. Pass to Castle. Takes a three. And Ayton pulls it down. Trailblazers lead by 11. From downtown, Sharp. That one's good. Sharp's got 6 points.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Avdia with a steal. Ayton with it. Fox picks him up. Avdia from outside. And again, it's Portland with a three.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
The three from Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
Barnes against Avdia. Ayton, the screen on Barnes. Here's Avdia. They get it again. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Fox outside. Pass to Castle. Outside Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. Puts it up. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Portland leading by 14. Here we go. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Wembanyama down low is covered by Ayton. Wembanyama against Ayton. Wembanyama, no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
And here's Grant from the arc. Rebound San Antonio. All right, Brent, we hear the phrase 3 and D. Jeremy Grant is a perfect example of that, though.
Well, Grant's done a good job of trying to find some more confidence in shooting from the arc. He shot over 40% for three in one season. Defensively, he's versatile, he's long. I'd like him to play a little bit more physical, but if that comes along, he's the kind of guy you want to suit up with.
Spurs trail by 14. Outside Wembanyama. Out to the right wing. Fox for three. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Blazers ball.
Portland leading by 14. Outside Sharp. Pass to Grant. To the paint. Shoots over Vassell. Here's Ayton. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Vicious dunk by Barnes.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Barnes against Avdia. Pass to Grant. Here's the 3. Hits the trifecta. Grant's got 9 points.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Barnes passes to Wembanyama. And here's the fast break. Here's Sharp. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Going inside, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First trip to the line for him here. The first free throw is good.
It's definitely a part of the game that Fox wants to work on. These haven't been easy for him in the past.
So it's Portland now. Avdia outside. He buries it from 3. 15 points in the game.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
From deep, Wembanyama drills it from deep. Wembanyama's got 6 in the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Denny Avdia making it happen for the Portland Trailblazers, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Denny Avdia getting it done today.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. Jeremy Sohan out there with Keldon Johnson. Then there's Chris Paul, and it's Branham in at the 2.
Yeah, be careful. Clinging kid bring down the house.
Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
Johnson passes to Paul. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam!
That's what Paul does best, giving his man a great scoring opportunity.
Williams a screen on Paul. To the middle. And Williams punches it home.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
For 3, Klingon. Goes back up. Out to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That 3's off the mark. Spurs trail by 21. Sohan, the pass to Wesley. No good there. Some solid defense from Williams. Simons with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Simons outside. Driving in, and he dunks it down.
Turning on the Jets here. Simons sees the gap and starts running fast.
The Spurs have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Johnson. To the right side. Here's Wesley. They get it back.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
This one for 3. outside for Henderson. Takes the three, sinks the tray.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Johnson passes to Wesley. Here's Branham. There's a screen. Pass to Wesley. Second chance shot. Williams grabs the board. The Trailblazers have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Simons against Paul. Fires from deep. And it's Simons missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Johnson passes to Sohan. Here's Wesley. And the layup falls. Wesley's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, great find from Sohan. This is why his guys like playing with him.
Simons against Paul. Williams a screen on Paul. Simons passes to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Now Portland with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Paul against Simons. Shoots over Paul. And it's Simons missing. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Paul looking over the floor. There's the triple. And Clingan pulls it down. Portland has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Buries it from 3. Thibault's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, just a great find by Clingan. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Johnson passes to Wesley. From deep. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Portland in total. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Williams is out there with Clingan. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Henderson. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Vassell outside. Wembanyama, screen on Thybulle. Outside for Wembanyama. Back to Vassell. Williams with the block. There's Simons with a 3. Second chance effort. Clingan. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Oh,
Get up to throw down.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
And here's Simons outside. Sinks it from distance. Simons has got 10 points here in the second half.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half. Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. 3-pointer. Offensive board. Williams. Now here's Henderson. The D's right on him. Pass to Clingan. Simons outside. Tries yet again. Oh, nice shot by Klingon.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young. There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Simons outside. Beyond the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Fox against Simons. Williams, a screen on Fox. Here's Simons. Here's Williams. It's stolen by Fox. Back come the Spurs in transition. And the basket by Castle.
Well, Castle got out in transition and ends up getting trusted with finishing the fast break, which he does.
Simons against Fox. Pass to Klingon. Back to Simons. Looking to get back on track. And he packs it down right in the face of Victor Wembanyama.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Trailblazers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Denny Abdia.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Williams, a screen on Fox. And here's Simons outside. Here's Williams. Henderson outside. Pass to Klingon. The three. He's off on that one. Outside Barnes. Here's Vassell. It's picked off. Now the Blazers on the move. Oh, Fox with a steal. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Wembanyama. Can't hit from in close. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Castle. Out to Fox. Wembanyama down low. Missed inside. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you. For joining us. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Shaedon Sharpe. Andre Ayton out there with Avdia. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position.
And look at Ayton get up there. I enjoy watching the big man getting tricky with it.
There's a good screen. Here's Murray to the right side. Front past the arc. And it's Ayton with the rebound. A stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization. Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Now Ayton, following the three-point attempt by DeJounte Murray. Shoots it up. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Chauncey Billups and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about trying to contain someone like Zion Williamson, and Coach said it's like trying to put out a fire with a squirt gun. He's just so explosive and physical. The only good option is to build walls and try to cut him off from the hoop. See how that works out for them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And Portland has possession. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Impressive at using the pick and roll. Ayton slips well to the basket after setting that screen.
Deep two from Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Following the miss by DeJounte Murray. Kamara, 5 to shoot. Grant for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Pelicans trail by 7. Grade, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill. It's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Here's Sharpe following the score by New Orleans.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Kamare misses. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Back to Murray. Fires the 3. It's good from long range. Murray's got 5.
And this coaching staff wants Murray to be the shot caller. Let him run the pick and roll and just make things happen.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 1:30 left to play in the first.
Such a talented defensive player. I really love how he competes on that end.
Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Ayton a screen on Williamson. Grant against Jones. And stolen by Williamson. To the inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the dunk by Grant.
And look at the hot steps on Grant, lifting off for a slam before the D can contain him.
Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Williamson with a screen for Murray. Here's the three. Avdia with the rebound.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Ayton kicks to Avdia. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kamara, defended by Jones. Drives to the hoop. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
The assist, DeJounte Murray.
Here's Kamara. And no good on the last second attempt this time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a clip. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
So for New Orleans right now, Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Trey Murphy is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at center. Now, here's Avdia. 4 on the shot clock. Over Williamson. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Avdia's got 5 points so far. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, that's a nice looking three there for Murray. How about the high release on that one?
Murray against Sharp. Here's Avdia. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Jones, no one around him. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
3 points.
Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night. Sharp against Murray. Kicks it out to Grant. Back to Sharp. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Grant. Pass to Kamara. Screened by Grant. And the basket by Kamara.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Incredible athleticism from Murray. A combo guard with some serious elevation.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the dunk by Grant.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And that one's good, Ayton. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I've always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Now here's Williamson. He has yet to score. Here's Murray. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
This is a shot Murray has down. He is such a graceful touch there on the floater.
Sharp on the wing. And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Pelicans leading by 3, and he drives in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First personal. Shaden Sharp picks one up.
The assertiveness paying off for Murray. He draws the foul by taking it right to the D.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complimented each other.
Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Jones against Grant. Pass to Avdia. They set the screen. And again, it's Portland converted.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for the Pelicans. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Right back after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. DeJounte Murray has been sensational.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Anthony Simons out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon, and it's Williams at the 5 spot. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Here's McCollum. Shakes him, and he lays it up and in. McCollum's got it all tied up now for New Orleans.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
But Trailblazers working the ball around now. They grab their own miss. Pass to Klingon. Here's Simons, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
McCollum against Simon. Got a piece of it.
And with every swat, Klingon is earning a reputation as a shot blocker.
Here's Williams. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Williams has got his first basket.
I love that dish down low.
Here's McCollum. And he lays it straight in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Simons against Olynyk. Here's Henderson on the wing. Thybulle for 3. Unable to get that one. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And coach, this guy, Matisse Thybulle, he really changes what you can do on offense with his defense.
Yeah, look, Matisse Thybulle's as good a defender as there is in the league. He hasn't had that profile because we haven't seen him on TV as much, but he's disruptive. He causes turnovers. He blocks shots. This guy's as good as there is in the league.
So long and disruptive, a great word to use. And McCollum with the slam.
When McCollum combines defense and offense, man, he is so dangerous, a true impact player.
Well, he can get you the ball in a number of ways. That time was a great bounce back.
Simons against McCollum. Olynyk, a screen on Simon. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got 8 points.
And even when McCollum is inside and well covered, he's a threat. This is a guy that is always in attack mode.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Pass to Brown. McCollum against Henderson. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Brown. And that's now 10 points for C.J. McCollum. Brown against Simon. Thybulle with the ball. At the elbow, Williams. Back to Thybulle. Now Klingon. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. McCollum passes to Hawkins. 1:07 left in the third quarter of the game. And it's McCollum off the drive. Off with the layup.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
That one falls.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
52 seconds left to play in the third. McCollum against Simon. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. From downtown. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. But right by Henderson.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
McCollum, no good. Portland leading. To the paint. Got a hand on it. Henderson right side. Knocks down the 3-ball. Henderson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Trailblazers leading by 5 on the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. Murray out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Misi in at the 5 down low. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's Kamara. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
On the wing, Jones. He's covered by Grant. Shot clock at 5. And then Jones with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Ayton sets the pick for Sharp. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Sharp's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Avdia kicks to Grant. Sharp on the wing. Covered by Williamson. Murray against Avdia. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Sharp missing. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
That's just all Zion. Once he gets that close, he's zoned in on capitalizing no matter what.
Now Sharp. Outside Avdia. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion Williamson.
Now, here's Sharp. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Ayton a screen on Murray. A baseline J. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed. That's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Avdia. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. Pretty nice efficiency there.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Up against Jones. To Kamare. Now, here's Sharp. Tight defense on him. Ayton with it. 17-foot shot on the way. Outside, Avdia. The offensive rebound. Here's Sharp. Offensive rebound. And Ayton stays with it.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss. One of Ayton's specials.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Coming up clutch. Murray loves having the spotlight on him.
Here's Sharp going inside. Money!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Murray. Got it. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you have to appreciate the confidence that Murray plays with. He's never afraid to take the big shot.
Inside, it's tipped. Williamson with it. Now Avdia defending. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
13 foul.
And the Trailblazers with possession here. Outside, Avdia. Into the lane. Pass to Sharp. It's stolen by Jones. Sharp against Murray.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll want to play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Portland. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, pure desperation right now. Do you think there's enough time?
Abdia tries a 3 off the inbound. The shot that time, not on target. So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed